Okay, this is about the test solutions to the test samples for chapter 1 and 2. And number 1 is, okay, what is the correct inequality for these two numbers? Okay, in this case, we have to write the fractions in equivalent fractions so that the denominator is same. So the equivalent fraction is, we have to change the denominator into the LCD. The LCD is 66. LCD is 66. 11 times 6, 66. So this means that you can write 11 into 66. So what we do is we multiply the top and bottom by 6 and 6, right? 6 in the numerator and the denominator. Multiply 6 over 6. Then the numerator is 36. Okay, how about this one? Also multiply the second fraction by what? 11. Multiply the numerator and denominator by 11, so the denominator is 66. And then the second fraction is negative. 5 times 11 is 66. And the denominator is 66. Since the denominator is the same, we compared only the numerator. Okay, here it is negative 36. This is negative 36, and this is negative 66. As you can see here, which one is larger? This negative 36 over 66. This negative 66 over 36. So this number is larger than this one. So we gotta put greater than. Okay, evaluate these numbers. Okay, this means negative absolute value. So we gotta simplify the absolute inside the absolute value symbols. So 9.3 minus 10.3 is negative 1. And since we can take this one out, what happens? Okay, negative absolute value. Once you move the number from inside the absolute value symbol, make it positive. So negative 1 becomes what? Positive 1. This becomes positive 1. So the answer is negative 1. Okay, for number 3, okay, with the second term is a mixed number, so why don't we change the mixed number into improper fraction? Then 3 times 4. Improper fraction, what we do is 3 times 4 and then add the exponent. So 12 plus 1 is 13 over 4 minus 5 over 8. Now the denominators are all different, so we gotta find LCD. Then LCD is the LCM of the denominators. So we get the LCM. The least common multiple is 8 because the largest number is a multiple of other numbers. So 8 is the LCM. So we can change everything, all the denominator into what? 8. Then what's the numerator? Okay, 2 times what becomes 8? 4, isn't it? 4. So multiply the numerator by 4. Even this one, 4 times 2 is 8. So multiply the numerator by 2. That is 26. And the last fraction is 8, so there's no change in the denominator. And then since the denominators are same, we add all the numerators. 12 minus 26 minus 5 over 8. 12 minus 26 is negative 14 minus 5 over 8. So negative 14 minus 5 is negative 19 over 8. Alright, negative number 4. Evaluate the expression when a equals negative 2. So what we do is just replace a with negative 2. So parenthesis, a is what? Negative 2. So negative 2 is this number is negative number, so put parenthesis just to protect that number. Okay, then this is equal to negative. Okay, something square, right? Something square. So let's simplify this base. Negative times negative 2 is positive 2. and negative. The base is 2. 2 squared is 2 is multiplied twice. So 2 times 2 is 4. And this negative stays outside, right? Then 2 squared is 4, so negative 4. So when you substitute negative 2, make sure you put parentheses. Okay, for this number, okay, when we simplify expression, we have to do, there are two terms, 63 and combination of addition and multiplication and division, So in this case, we always start from evaluate from left to right. So we have to evaluate division first, not multiplication first. So if an expression contains division and multiplication together, what we do is simplify from left to right. Okay, left to right. Always. Multiplication first is not correct. Left to right is correct. So this is equal to 63 minus, okay, 6 divided by 3 is 2. And times 2. And then multiply this 2. So 63 minus 4 is equal to 59. Okay, there is a wire, 102-inch wire, and then I'm gonna, this wire is divided into 17 pieces. So what we do is divide 102 inches by 17, which means what? Okay, so you can actually use the long division, right? Then 17 times what is 102? Probably we can try 6. So 6 times 7 is 42, and 1 times 6 is 6, so 6 plus 4 is 10. So we can divide 102 by 17 evenly. So the answer is 6 pieces, 6 inches. So each piece, the length of each piece is 6 inches. Okay, number 7 is about translating a sentence or phrase into mathematical model. Okay, here is one very important thing. Something A less than B, A less than B or more than B. Then we write the second part first. Second part and then 3. So this will be something minus 3. And this second part, the expression in the second part is now absolute value of something. So this will be absolute value of something. Okay, here is absolute value. So we can try absolute value of something, right? Absolute value of what? The difference of, the difference of A and B. Difference of A and B means this end will be replaced by minus. Sum of means this end will be plus. Product means end will be a multiplication, and quotient then end will be a division. So this is, since this is a difference of A and B, we will do A minus B. So a number minus 2, a number, we don't know this number, so we can set this number to any variable. We can use x or n, doesn't matter. So number x, so x minus 2. So this is the equation. This is the expression for the this phrase. So actually in this case we don't need this parenthesis, so you can write it just x minus 2, absolute value of x minus 2 minus 3. Okay, number 8, simplify the expression. Okay, we need to first clear the parenthesis, so we gotta use distribution property. Then this is equal to a times 5a minus, okay, this is minus, so a times 4. Even the second expression is negative 2 times 2a squared. Here's negative times negative. Negative times negative is, we're going to multiply these two. So negative times negative is plus 2 times 2a. Or this is actually equal to negative 2 times what? Negative 2a. So it will be positive 4a. So this is equal to 5a squared minus 4a. A times a is a squared Okay, the minus 2 times 2 is 4a squared plus 4a. And there are like terms. So these two are the like terms. So let's combine these two like terms. Then 5 minus 4 is what? 1, right? So 5 minus 4 followed by a squared. And these two are the like terms, so you can make it what? Okay, you can do this way, plus and then negative 4. Actually, this plus 4 minus 4, so that is that's 0, right? That is 0 actually. Okay, let me write it. Negative 4 plus 4. So this is 1 times a squared plus 0 times a, which is a squared. This is equal to 0. Or you can do this way. You can just use mental math. Okay, 5 minus 4 is 1. So that is a squared. And negative 4a plus 4a, that is equal to what? 0. Both cancel out. A squared. Okay, number 9, evaluate the expression when x equals negative 4. So what we do is replace x, the variable x with the value negative 4. So 12 plus negative 4 over negative 4 minus negative 4. In this case, I put parentheses around negative 4 just to protect this negative number. Then 12 minus 4. The numerator is equal to 12 minus 4. The denominator is negative 4 minus minus. Negative times negative is what? Plus. So this is 8 over 0. Since the denominator is 0, this is undefined. Okay, denominator is 0, undefined. Okay, what if the numerator is 0? 0 over some number, then this is 0, right? 0. But since the denominator is 0, then this is undefined. Okay, undefined. Okay, number 10 is find the perimeter of this rectangle, and W is 2 units less than L. Okay, here is an expression, 2 units less than or more than. Then what do we do? Write the second part first. So W, the width will be what? L minus 2 or 2 minus L? It's gotta be L minus 2 because less than, then write the second expression first. Okay, and the perimeter is the sum of all 4 side lengths. So the perimeter is equal to what? L plus the width is what? L minus 2, right? Width is L minus 2. And then this is also L plus this is L minus 2. So finally the perimeter is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 L's, so 4L minus 4. Okay, 11. Solve the equation. Solve the equation. This is a linear equation. So when you solve this one, always make sure that put all the x terms on one side so that others are on the other side. Then this is the solution. Alright, so let's first clear the parentheses. So 15 minus, use the distribution property. So negative 7 minus 7. And then negative times negative is what? Positive. 7 times x, 7x. And this is equal to 3x. 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, and then collect all x terms to the left. And then let's combine the like terms. 50 minus 7 is 8 plus 7x is equal to 3x plus 24. Alright, so let's move this 3x to the left. So what we can do is minus 3x each side. Then 8 plus 4x equals 24. Now x term is on one side, and move this 8 to the right. Get rid of this 8 so we can subtract 8 from each side. Then 4x is equal to 16. Now what? Now we divide each side by what? Divide each side by 4 so that we can get rid of this coefficient. Then this will give you x equals 4. So the solution is what? X equals 4. Okay, number 12 is an equation that has fractions on one side and another fraction on one side, on the other side. So one fraction equals one fraction. Then we can try what? Cross multiply, right? Cross multiply. Cross multiply. Cross multiply means multiply those, one from the numerator and the denominator on the other side. So cross multiply, then this will give you what? Okay, 5 times 3x minus 4 equals 4 times 2x minus 1. And then simplify, clear the parentheses so that we can find x. So in order to clear the parentheses, we gotta do the distribution property. So 5 times 3x equals 15x minus 5 times 4 is 20. And this product is 4 times 2 is 8x. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, minus 4. And then move 8x to the other side. So minus 8x each side, then 7x minus 20 is equal to negative 4. And then get rid of minus 20. So plus 20 each side, then 7x is equal to 16. And divide each side by 7. Divide each side by 7. Then you can cancel out this x. 7, so that x equals 16 over 7. Okay, number 13 is to find the monthly salary. Okay, what is the monthly salary? So we are looking for the monthly salary if the employee's total monthly salary is $20,000. So the total monthly salary is the monthly salary plus the commission. And as you can see here, the monthly salary is $4,000 plus. So this is $4,000. And then the commission is 5% of the total sales. So 5% of the total sales, and the total sales is given, that is $20,000. So this expression will be 0.05 times what? $20,000. So this is $20,000. So the total sales will be $4,000 plus 5% of $20,000. So that will be, okay, let me write the expression. So 0.05. Okay, convert this percent into decimal. So there will be 0.05. Then this is equal to 4,000 plus, okay, multiply these two numbers, then 5 times 2 is 20, right, 20. And there are 4 zeros, here's 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And then remove 2 zeros. Remove 2 zeros. So actually this is equal to 4,000 plus 22,000. So it will be $6,000. So the total monthly salary is the monthly salary $4,000 plus the commission. The commission is in this case $2,000. So altogether $6,000. Sorry. Okay, multiplying these two is what? 5 times 2 is 10, not 20. It's gotta be 10, right? 10. So 10 and then 4 zeros and then delete 2 zeros. So it's got a 1,000. Sorry about this one. So it has to be $5,000. Okay, number 14 is a base problem. So amount. So amount is equal to percent times the base, right? Percent times the base. So the 99 is the amount. So 99 is equal to what percent? I don't know what percent, so let's make it an x. So x times 150. And 150 is the base. So from here we can find x. So divide each side by 150. Divide each side by 150. Then x is equal to 99 over 150. And then simplify this or use the calculator to make a decimal. Or you can simplify from here. So we can divide the top and bottom by 3. Top and bottom by 3, then 33 over 50, right? 50. So if you want to make it 100 bottom, then why don't you multiply both top and bottom by 2? Because if the denominator is 100, then what happens? Then this is equal to 66%, isn't it? 60%. Because 66 out of 100 is 66%. Or if you divide this 33 by 50, then the decimal will be divided by 5, so 0.66, right? 0.66. Then this is equal to what? Multiply the decimal number by 100, then that is the percent, right? That's percent. Okay, number 15, the interest formula is, the interest is principal times annual rate times the number of years. So I equals PRT. And if you see the question, the annual simple interest rate is 10%. 10%, convert this percent into decimal, is 0.1. And the principal is $1,600. Principal is $1,600 in 2 years. So the time is 2 years. So from here, let's find the interest. Wait a minute. The principal earned a principal. Find the principal required to earn. Okay, sorry about this one. The principal is not $1,600. The interest is $1,600. So from here we can find the principal. So plug in all these values. Interest is $1,600 is equal to principal times the rate is 0.1 and year is 2. Then from here, okay, let's find P. So we gotta divide. So $1,600 is equal to P times 0.2. And then divide each side by 0.2. 1,600 divided by 0.2 is equal to P. So from here, the principal is equal to, okay, $1,600 divided by 2 is what? Okay, 0.2 multiply both top and bottom by 2, by 10 is, multiply both top and bottom by 10, then it will be 2, then divided by 2 is 8,000. You know what I did is I multiplied this top by 10, the bottom by 10, because this is 0.2, right? 0.2. So to make it decimal number, it's much easier to calculate. So the principal is $8,000. Okay, in this example, okay, we will solve this equation, and this equation contains fractions. So in this case, we cannot apply, cross multiplication because the left side is not one fraction. There are two terms, so we cannot use cross multiply. So in that case, why don't we multiply the left side and the right side by the LCD? LCD. So LCD equals what? 4 times 3 is 12. So multiply each side of the equation by 12. Then we can remove the denominators. So the first one is 3 minus x over 4 times 12 plus 2 times 12, 5 over 3 times 12. Then from here, we can reduce this 12. So 12 by 4 is 3, right? 3. And this one is what? 4. So that this means 3 minus x times 3 plus 2 times 12 is 24. 5 times 4 is 20. And clear the parentheses, so multiply, use the distribution. So 3 times 3 is 9 minus 3x plus 24 is equal to 20. and combine these two, then negative 3x. Okay, 9 plus 24 is plus 33 equals 20, minus 33 each side. Then negative 3x is equal to negative 13, and divide each side by negative 3. Then x equals positive 13 over 3. Okay, for inequalities, okay, when you solve this one, make sure that if you multiply the inequality by a negative or divide by a negative, then we have to reverse the symbol, inequality symbol. So keep in mind that one. And then let's distribute so that the left side is negative 12x plus 24. Multiply these two, right? It's greater than 4 times 3 is 12 minus 4x. And then move negative 4x to the left. Then what we do is plus 4x each side. Add and subtract is okay. Add and subtract, we don't change the directions, inequalities directions. So this is equal to negative 8x plus 24 is greater than or equal to 12. And then minus 24 each side. Then negative 8x is greater than or equal to negative 12. Now what do we do? Okay, now what do? We will divide each side of the inequality by negative 8. Divide each side of the inequality by a negative. Then what happens to the inequality symbol? Flip inequality symbol. That's important. Okay, then from here, negative 8 cancel out. So x is less than or equal to negative over negative is positive. 12 over 8. 12 over 8. So x is less than or equal to, divide each top and bottom by 4. So 3 over 2. Okay, number 18, okay, solve this inequality. This is a compound inequality. And x term is in the middle. Then what we do is simplify the center. So it's gonna be something like this. The center will be only x and then others on the other side. So first we gotta get rid of this minus 3. So minus 3, so we gotta add 3 each side. 3 each side, then this will be negative 9 less than or equal to 7x less than 14. And then what do we do next? We gotta get rid of this coefficient 7. So we have to divide each side by 7. Then the left side is negative 9 over 7. The center is x. The right side is 2. So x is between these two numbers. So this is the right solution. Okay, number 19 is, okay, here is the left hand side is an absolute value. Okay, absolute value is equal to negative 3. Negative number. Absolute value is always what? Greater than or equal to 0. Greater than positive number. This is always positive or 0, non-negative. Non-negative, always. So absolute value cannot be a negative. Cannot be a negative, right? Absolute value cannot be a negative number. It cannot be a negative number. So in this case, there is no solution. We cannot find any x value so that the absolute value is negative. No way to get negative. So we cannot find any x value, so there is no solution. All right, in this, the last number is, okay, let's check out this one. If absolute value of x, absolute value of something is less than some number, let's say okay, some number 3, then this means x is less than 3 and greater than negative 3. Less than positive 3, and greater than negative 3. So x. So inside the absolute value is what? Inside the absolute value is always between negative 3 and positive 3. So we will use this property. So let me write it this again. Use this property. So plus 9 each side. Then absolute value of 3x is less than. This is 30. So since the absolute value is less than, then the expression inside the absolute value is between what? Between 30 and negative 30. Between 30 and negative 30. And then next, what we do is get rid of this coefficient. So we gotta divide all three sides by what? 3. Or 3 sides by 3. Then simplify each side, so negative 10, x, 10. So x is between negative 10 and 10. So this is the solution.